Into Saturday.
All right, thanks a lot, Diane. Well, it's both ironic and tragic. The comic strip Peanuts and its beloved creator Charles Schultz are gone in the same weekend.
Schultz died last night in his sleep, just hours before his final Peanut strip appeared in the Sunday papers. CBS News' Lee Cowan has more on how the country is remembering a legend lost.
As readers grabbed their morning paper to say goodbye to the Peanuts gang, they never expected they'd also be saying goodbye to the comic's creator, Charles Schultz. Shortly after his final strip was rolling off the presses, Schultz's life came to an end. The 77-year-old cartoonist died in his sleep at his home in Santa Rosa, California. He'd been battling colon cancer and announced his retirement after undergoing surgery last November.
We all thought it was very strange that he died the night the strip ended. So, but we thought, well, maybe that's how he wanted it.
For nearly 50 years, Schultz delighted fans, young and old, with the misfortunes of a boy named Charlie Brown, the know-it-all ramblings of his pal Lucy, and the crazy antics of his uncontrollable dog Snoopy. The relatively private Schultz said Peanuts reflected his innermost thoughts.
If you were to read the strip, for just a few months, you would know me, because everything that I am goes into the strip. All of my fears, my anxieties, my joys.
Peanuts debuted in 1950 and went on to reach an estimated 355 million readers daily in 75 countries around the world. The strip also spawned television specials, merchandising, even a Broadway show. At an ice rink Schultz often visited, people expressed shock and sadness.
When he showed me the paper this morning, I couldn't believe it. I sent him out to go get a paper. I said, oh, we should get the last Peanuts from Santa Rosa. And then when he came in and said that, Schultz died, I said, no, you're kidding. So it's kind of a shock.
Schultz leaves behind a wife and family, as well as a cast of characters inked in our minds forever. Lee Cowan, CBS News, Washington.
When you hear the name Charlie Brown, you most likely think of the little round-faced boy in Charles Schultz's Peanuts comic strips.
And while he is the most well-known Charlie Brown, News 8's Shanna Kelly found another one today, and he lives right here in Indianapolis.
You'll find him at charlie-brown.com.
My husband had a couple of buddies, a couple of Navy buddies, and they called him Charlie Brown from the time we knew we were pregnant with him.
Not this Charlie Brown.
He had red hair. He looked like a Charlie Brown to us.
But this Charlie Brown.
There's been times when, it feels like somebody's pulled the ball out from in front of me. Yeah, a lot of times. But
for as long as he can remember, he's been connected to the Peanuts gang.
the papers later, the first comic I would pick up, it was, I'd always go to that one first. It's almost automatic.
In 1968, this Charlie Brown received a letter from the creator of this Charlie Brown.
Dear Charlie, I've heard that you're quite a Charlie Brown fan. I'm very glad to hear it. I hope you'll continue to read and enjoy Peanuts for many years to come. Kindest regards, Charles Schultz.
Charlie was 10 when he received that letter. Today, he's feeling its significance.
I got the letter out this morning and read through it again. I was like, wow, never having spoken to the man, but I feel like we touched, we kind of connected somewhere, and it's kind of neat today to know that a long time ago I connected with this guy.
Now, Charlie is writing letters of his own.
I am not the Charlie Brown you are looking for.
Fans of the Peanuts gang often contact charlie-brown.com, hoping to get information on the longtime comic strip.
Almost weekly, I'll get an email requesting, can you send me the comic strip from such and such a day that had such and such of situation in it? Can you get me an autograph?
So if you're looking for this Charlie Brown, but you find this Charlie Brown, you'll get a response. It just might not be the one you were hoping for.
In Indianapolis, Shanna Kelly, Wish TV, News 8.
Well, the local Charlie Brown says he's had a lot of fun with the name through the years, but it has caused some confusion at times. He says he won't make calls on April Fool's Day because no one ever believes he really is Charlie Brown. Good grief.
Good grief indeed. When we come back, we'll talk with a few men who are pulling themselves back from the abyss.
On the east side, where Good News Ministries is marking its 50th anniversary. We'll talk with some of the guys inside.